Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to WCW Saturday Night. This is the first episode of WCW Saturday Night. We are here live in the studio in Atlanta, Georgia, the heart and soul of where it all began here for World Championship Wrestling, and this should be a classic here for the first episode. Kicking it off with the main event tonight, we have Sting and Buff Bagwell. The young Bagwell should give Sting some troubles here tonight as these two go toe-to-toe for the first time in Universe Mode. Chris Benoit and Dean Malinko, two of the best technical wrestlers here in World Championship Wrestling. This should be a dandy. The Steiner brothers had the open challenge this past Monday on Nitro to any tag team in WCW. It should be interesting to see who steps up to the plate to take on the Steiner brothers here on Saturday night. Getting into the action here, wasting little time, starting off here with some singles competition. It is Ming. Ming here with Jimmy Hart, the Mouth of the South, being one of the best managers in professional wrestling. Ming is a ferocious competitor. He is a bad dude, ladies and gentlemen. Being one half of the Faces of Fear, a tag team that is no stranger to success in WCW. The Barbarian is not here tonight, but Ming is looking to take care of business by himself tonight. We do have the television champion here in World Championship Wrestling. It is Diamond Dallas Page. Diamond Dallas Page was named the TV champion on this past Nitro due to Eric Bischoff. We had a chance to speak with DDP before the show and asked his thoughts on being the first TV champion here in WCW. And Diamond Dallas Page didn't seem like a very confident champion. If I had to give my opinion on the whole situation, he was really hesitant to really speak on it, but he did say that he did not want to defend the belt on a weekly basis. And well, if you're going to be the champion here, if you're going to be the TV champion here in WCW, you have to defend the belt on a weekly basis. You have to come ready to prepare for battle each and every week, week in and week out. And if Diamond Dallas Page is not capable of doing so, then he will not be the TV champion very long here in WCW. But he is actually defending the belt next week. We still have yet to figure out who his opponent is, but he will be facing he will be defending the title next week, if you will. Ming is not a slouch here as he's getting the early advantage here in the battle against DDP and just choking DDP in the corner. DDP's age is definitely a factor that a lot of people look at here in WCW. Starting out, he was I don't know, was he like 35 or so? He was really late in age, and to be a champion at this age and time and still be in your prime, DDP is definitely showing a lot of signs of longevity. If he can be at this pace of his career and just be able to take on opponents like Ming week in and week out. And here's an early cover, and DDP is able to get the shoulder up. Ming definitely has the size advantage here, and he's going up top, and he misses with a big elbow. And DDP looking to take the advantage here, and a DDT by DDP. And Ming got to go to the outside and refresh, and a big lariat by Ming. What a lariat by Ming. The big dude, the big man, is just going at DDP now, gaining control of this match once again in a big suplex onto the mat, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Now the action is getting intense. Ming is breaking the eyes of the champion, and DDP receiving a little bit of boost throughout this match, I've noticed. But it seems like Ming is getting on the crowd's side here in this match early on. Next Monday on Nitro will be the start of the Cruiserweight tournament to see who will be in the four-way match at Spring Stampede for the Cruiserweight Championship. You will see 4 matches take place to see who will earn a spot into the four-way match. And Ming flying again and lands with that elbow, but there's DDP with the elbow of his own into the cover, and Ming with the big explosiveness, being able to power out of that kick out, being able to kick out of that cover. And here's DDP with a power bomb back into the cover. Ming might be out here. No. But here's DDP gaining control once again, ladies and gentlemen. The tide has shifted multiple times already in this match, and the champion looking for something here. What is he going to do? And I'm starting to get the feeling we might see a cutter from the top rope. That's exactly what this is. DDP measuring out. And here it goes. Diamond cutter off the top rope. And DDP needs to get into the cover here if he really wants to see a chance to win this match. DDP into the cover. Ming might be out. No, and he gets the shoulder up. Ming is able to power out. How in the world did Ming kick out of that? That was a hellacious cutter from the top rope. And Diamond Dallas Page has to get something started here again, and Ming able to take out Diamond Dallas Page. The tide shifting again in the favor of Ming, and he's just choking DDP, choking the life out of DDP here. And ladies and gentlemen, it is also to mention that the Nitro at Club La Vila was a sellout, and those fans definitely showed out and showed their appreciation for these wrestlers in WCW, and Diamond Dallas Page with a splash in the corner. But WCW is taking off, ladies and gentlemen, off to a hot start, being able to gain a lot of attention with the NWO taking over the show on Monday. And now DDP looking to take out the legs of the big man. Smart strategy by DDP here, if he can get those knees to buckle up and tighten up from Ming. And now what is DDP looking for? And it is a cutter. DDP back into the cover. That cutter should do it here, ladies and gentlemen. The TV champion will see his first victory here on Saturday night. What a win for DDP. Definitely not a slouch was Ming taking it to the champion early on. But DDP able to be successful, and he better get ready to defend the title on Monday. That's all I got to say. DDP will defend his belt next week, and there is Bret Hart. We will hear from him next. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here back in the studio in Atlanta, Georgia, and we will hear now from the World Heavyweight Champion, Bret the Hitman Hart. Bret the Hitman Hart is definitely going to put some light on the situation regarding Ric Flair and Chris Jericho. He will definitely speak on one of those two, but it could even be Eric Bischoff at this point. Bret Hart is going to be furious, though, as he has his first loss here in Universe Mode. He is 0-1, ladies and gentlemen. Keep that in mind. The young Chris Jericho picking up the victory over Bret the Hitman Hart on Nitro. He is a man that takes the win-loss column very serious, and an L in the win-loss column is definitely something to piss off Bret the Hitman Hart. But here is what he has to say. Wow, Bret Hart is calling Eric Bischoff to the ring here on Saturday night. Eric Bischoff probably is not too pleased to hear that he is being called to the ring, but Bret Hart says he needs some answers, and he is wanting some answers. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, Eric Bischoff making his way to the ring. Wow, this should get very, very interesting. These fans are loving it, and look at this stare down between the Boss and Bret the Hitman Hart. And Bret Hart is going to take the orders of Eric Bischoff and lead the arena. But Bret Hart and Eric Bischoff might have got off on the wrong foot. This is going to be an interesting relationship moving forward. But up next, we do have Curt Hennig, the U.S. champion, going against the young cruiserweight Chavo Guerrero. And here is Curt Hennig and what he has to say leading up to his match. Getting it kicked off back with the action here in Atlanta in the studio. Chavo Guerrero is here for his first appearance in World Championship Wrestling, and Chavo Guerrero could have a big win and make a huge statement here in Universe Mode if he's able to pick up this win against Curt Hennig. Chavo Guerrero will be one of the men that enters the Cruiserweight tournament this Monday on Nitro. Chavo Guerrero could have a very good shot to face his uncle Eddie, who we saw in action on this past Monday. But if Chavo and Eddie were able to face off, that would be a tremendous match, a lot of high flying. But Chavo Guerrero, I'm not sure who he will be matched up with to begin the tournament, but he does have a big match here ahead of him before he can even get started in the Cruiserweight tournament. And here is the U.S. champion. It is Curt Hennig. We saw the first appearance by Curt Hennig on Nitro this past Monday with an interview with Bobby the Brain Heenan, and Chris Benoit crashed the party as those two had a little confrontation but never escalated into anything. But Chris Benoit making it notable that he is on the hunt for the U.S. champion. And Curt Hennig, we might have saw a little fear in the eyes of Curt Hennig and his little cocky, arrogant attitude, but Curt Hennig here in his first appearance in action, looking to make a statement to Chris Benoit. We might see those two tonight eventually. Who knows what could happen here on Saturday night. But Curt Hennig is for now the U.S. champion, and him and Chavo Guerrero here could have a hell of a match. The young cruiserweights here in WCW are they are liable for making anybody earn their victory. And the cruiserweights can even sneak a victory. And here we go, Chavo Guerrero on the early attack, and Curt Hennig just baiting in the young cruiserweight with the lariat there, and now just stomping on the head of Chavo Guerrero. And barking at the ref. Curt Hennig needs to focus on the match. He has a liable opponent here in Chavo Guerrero. Just burying his forearms into the back of the head of Chavo Guerrero and just embarrassing this kid. And Chavo Guerrero for the reversal, and he could get some momentum going here. And the crowd is loving it. Chavo Guerrero is getting after it now. Getting after Curt Hennig with a spinning heel kick. What a move by Chavo Guerrero. Definitely a surprise, and brings him back into a lariat. Snatch back lariat by Chavo Guerrero. Now we are seeing that young offense that we always talk about with Chavo Guerrero. Being in the Guerrero family, Chavo definitely knows the business and he knows how to get the advantage. But now Curt Hennig able to get back the momentum as we see a back suplex. And Chavo Guerrero out like a light into an early cover. Nothing. Curt Hennig's going to do more than that to get this cruiserweight to quit, and just burying those knees into the sternum of Chavo. Chavo is definitely feeling that. We'll see Chavo eventually, like I said, in that cruiserweight tournament, and hurt Mr. Curt Hennig. Curt Hennig with a press over the ropes, and Chavo Guerrero does not know where he's at. And Chavo's looking to take it to the stage, looking to take it up to the stage area here in the studio in Atlanta. Reverses that into a bulldog. We're just seeing those punches by Chavo, but Curt Hennig with some chops into the lariat. Welcome back to Atlanta, Georgia, folks, and Curt Hennig keeping the momentum on his side as he takes it to Chavo Guerrero. The young cruiserweight who I mentioned will be in action on Monday as he faces one of the other cruiserweights here in WCW. We will have a cruiserweight tournament to see who will be in the four-way elimination match at Spring Stampede. And Chavo Guerrero has a very good chance, and hopefully we get to see him and his Uncle Eddie go at it as he's looking for... What a move by Chavo Guerrero into the cover. Curt Hennig able to power out, in the champion showing the resilience. And what will we see? Brainbuster by Chavo. Chavo with the brainbuster back into that cover. That might be it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and a kick out by Curt Hennig. And there is what I said about the cruiserweights. They can take it to anybody on any given night here in WCW. Chavo Guerrero taking Curt Hennig to the limit, and we will see that move one more time. And he got it. Well, another cover by Chavo. Will this be it? And the ring general, the ring IQ of Curt Hennig gets to the bottom rope. Curt Hennig with the ring awareness, able to get to that bottom rope, and Chavo is just waiting for Curt Hennig to get up and sends him to the outside. Back to the outside these two go, and this has been a hellacious match so far. And I told y'all earlier that the cruiserweights take anybody to the limit in World Championship Wrestling. The cruiserweight division is so special, has so much talent, and we are seeing it on display, and he misses with that crossbody. And what's Curt Hennig looking for? The perfect legs. Fisherman's Northern Light suplex. No, it's a fisherman suplex, I'm sorry. Into the cover. No, and a kick out by Chavo. Kick out by Chavo there. Showing his resilience. The tough cruiserweight into the sleeper hold. Curt Henning got the sleeper hold on the young kid. And Guerrero might be out after this. Is he fading away? Can he cut off the circulation? No! Into a jawbreaker. And Chavo has a chance here with a series of chops. What's he got here? Chavo just stepping on the face of Curt Henning. Chavo is looking great in this match so far. We saw the resilience of him earlier. And what is Curt Henning looking for? Punches. What a punch to the face there. And what is Curt Henning looking to line up? I'm thinking we're starting to see the end of the match. The leapfrog. Mistimed that move. Gets the advantage anyway in the military press by Curt Henning. What an overhead press by Curt Henning, displaying that strength that he possesses. And back to that fisherman suplex. He got it, and that might be it. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Curt Henning with his first victory here in Universe Mode. And Curt Henning is showing off to this crowd, and Chavo Guerrero looking to show a little sportsmanship here and shake the hand of the champion. Shake his hand. Come on, he gave you a good match. And of course, Curt Henning shows no class to his opponents, even though Chavo Guerrero had full control of this match, basically damn near the whole match, and these fans just cannot stand the U.S. champion, and he is making it hard for these fans to like him here in Atlanta. Oh no. Oh no, it's the NWO. NWO is here. And that is not good, ladies and gentlemen. The NWO is here. And that is not good for the rest of the WCW locker room. But nonetheless, here are the Steiners here for their first competition. And we mentioned the open challenge that these two had on Nitro, challenging any tag team in WCW. I'm very interested to see who will answer the challenge, and there is honestly no telling. There is a wide variety of tag teams in World Championship Wrestling, but man, I just cannot get my mind off the NWO being here. I did not expect those three to come tonight. They were supposed to have the day off, but nonetheless, they still make an appearance, and unfortunately, we got to keep that on our minds the entire night. But who's answering the call? And it is the Nasty Boys. The Nasty Boys making their first appearance, and these fans are on their feet. They are on their feet for the Nasty Boys. Brian Knobbs and Jerry Sags here making their first appearance. They are no stranger to the Steiners, as these two tag teams have competed for years up north, and these two tag teams do not like each other. They fought for years for the tag team belts in the other company, and now they are looking to surprise the Steiner Boys by making their first appearance here in Universe Mode, but for WCW. The Nasty Boys are no slouch, and they will get down and dirty with any opponent, and they are very capable of taking the Steiners to the limit and even securing a victory, even though we had no idea that they would be here tonight. Wow, these fans cannot believe what they are seeing. The Nasty Boys answering the challenge, and here we go. Our first tag team competition on Saturday night. This should be good. I'm very interested to see who takes the first stand, and it is easily Jerry Sags taking Steiner with the big boot. And you can just see the size of Sags. Already taking him into the corner, and we already see a tag into the boot of Brian Knobbs, and the Nasty Boys don't look like they missed a beat with their time off, making their first appearance here. Didn't even know they were on the roster, but now we know. surprise appearance. These fans sure as hell were not expecting it. And I know damn well the Steiners weren't expecting it, but nonetheless, the Nasty Boys adding that wide variety that I mentioned of the tag team division in WCW, just making it that much harder for any tag team to get an advantage at the tag team belts as they add their name to the hat of #1 contenders for the tag team championships. If they could get a victory here, that would definitely add a lot of value to their name, to that #1 contendership spot. But the Steiners gaining control is Scott Steiner, the freak athlete. These two dudes, the Steiners, both went to the University of Michigan. Hell of an amateur wrestler were both of them. And Rick Steiner is probably one of the most explosive guys that we've ever seen, and we see it right there with a diving body block clothesline by Rick Steiner, and he is gaining control of that knee, going to the outside, and we will already see the action go to the outside of the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break here. We'll be right back here in Atlanta. Welcome back to Atlanta, everybody, and this has been a hell of a tag team match, ladies and gentlemen. I was not expecting this tag team match to be this impressive, and the Nasty Boys are looking damn good. They look like serious competitors for the belt and taking the Steiners to the limit, but Scott Steiner from the top with that elbow to Brian Knobbs' sternum, and he's looking for his finisher, but no, Brian Knobbs able to get out of it. I think Scott Steiner was looking Frankensteiner. There's the Frankensteiner. There is the Frankensteiner. And we see the first Frankensteiner. And Sags is there to get the count broken up. Damn, that was great. That was a great looking move. Great looking Frankensteiner by Scott Steiner. The freak athlete, as I mentioned earlier. Man, he is a hell of an athlete. Brian Knobbs can match that athleticism, though. Not athleticism, but he can match the athleticism with his size and take control of Scott Steiner, as we just seen there, into a cover, but no factor there. But Brian Knobbs and Jerry Sags, as I mentioned, have definitely taken the Steiners to the limit, and I am so impressed with how these dudes look, man. They look great. They are adding value to their name for a #1 contender spot here in WCW in the future. But man, as I mentioned earlier, the tag team division, you got the Steiners, you got the Harlem Heat, you got Hall and Nash, you got the Faces of Fear. Man, this tag team division is looking stacked. And the Steiners and Nasty Boys are just backing my word up here as they are taking each other to the limit, as we see a boot to the grill of Rick Steiner there, and Jerry Sags and Brian Knobbs are definitely playing the strategy game as they are tagging in and out. And we see a running power slam by Knobbs there as he's into the cover. And Scott Steiner, will he get there? No, but Rick Steiner kicks out anyway. Damn, what a move there. I thought that was it for sure. The Nasty Boys. Here we go. Here's that strategy working in and out, giving each other a breather. And Rick Steiner with the body slam, with the shoulder block there. And what's he looking for here? I don't know what the hell that's called. Sags kicks out once more. And man, this tag team match is going left and right. I have no idea who's going to take the advantage. Both tag teams here have the equal advantage, and another shoulder block there by the Steiners. Just showing that strength and power that they both possess, but working on the knee. Whoever gains the advantage here at the end here, I feel like we're getting close to the end. But I'm just seeing the Nasty Boys strategy here as we see another tag, and the way they're working the tags is making it seem like they are in control. And the Steiners are just getting outsmarted when they have the physical advantage, but they definitely are getting outworked here on the ring IQ as we see another running power slam by Knobs, but Rick Steiner not even allowed to get to 2, and Knobs going up to the top rope. Oh, we see, and he misses with an elbow. Don't know what he was thinking there. And Scott Steiner is looking fresh, and he tags in his brother Rick Steiner back into the match. And this could be the point of the match where we see the Steiners gain control, and no, Knobs making me eat my words there. And we see another, no tag there. Rick Steiner able to cut it off, and a reversal by Knobs and a double axe handle. And Brian Knobs on the attack, outsmarting Rick Steiner again. Rick Steiner getting a breather, coming back in. Irish whip into the turnbuckle. What's he looking for? Bulldog by Rick Steiner. What a bulldog there. Hellacious bulldog. And Sags able to stop the count again. And this match continues once more. Rick Steiner, vertical suplex by Rick Steiner. The strength and power of Rick Steiner is just so impressive as Knobs is looking for a tag, barely gets the tag, and Rick Steiner misses the elbow, and here comes Jerry Sags. No, misses with that kick to the gut, and Rick Steiner able to read it like a book, and here he goes. Another bulldog! Rick Steiner with another bulldog! There, that could be it. 2. No! Sags kicks out again. And this match continues once more. And this could be the point of the match where the Steiners take advantage because Brian Knobs is down on the outside and Jerry Sags has no one to tag in. And there's Scott Steiner getting involved. And what is Rick Steiner looking to do here? Another body block. This is the point of the match where the Steiners need to end it. Just throwing the back of the head into the mat is Rick Steiner. And here we go. This could be the point that we are talking about here. And yes, Scott Steiner sizing up Sags. And here comes Brian Knobs getting up on the outside. And Brainbuster. Brainbuster by Scott Steiner. That has to be it if Brian Knobs can't get there. 2. And he got it. The Steiners pick up a huge win here on Saturday night. That was a hell of a match. Hell of a tag team match. And the Nasty Boys, man, they have nothing to hang their head on. They took the Steiners to the absolute limit. But Sting and Bagwell, later on tonight, we will see in the main event, Sting making his first appearance and Bagwell making his first appearance as well. Should be an interesting match. And up next, the technical match I was talking about earlier in the show, Chris Benoit and Dean Malinko. Welcome back to the studio here in Atlanta, Georgia. And like I mentioned earlier, the NWO would show up and crash someone's parade, and they sure did with the Steiners, crashing in their locker room and letting them know what the stipulations are to earn a tag team spot. But the NWO does not make the rules on who is the #1 contender. But the Steiners are not. They are not intimidated at all by the NWO. But nonetheless, Dean Malinko, one of the cruiserweights that's also in the cruiserweight tournament on Monday, making his first in-ring debut in WCW Universe Mode. And Dean Malinko is, him and Chris Benoit are two individuals that know each other like the back of their hand. This is a match that's going to come down to a submission. At least I expect this to end in a submission. This is going to be a ground game nonetheless. And there is the Canadian crippler, Chris Benoit. We saw him on Nitro getting in the face of Curt Henning. And Chris Benoit is a man that could hold any belt as well. Chris Benoit is indeed a ring general. He is indeed a technician. And he is indeed going to take any superstar here in WCW to the absolute limit. A very, very intimidating competitor. Can do absolutely anything in the ring. But him and Dean Malinko looking to square off. And what a first appearance by both men. And an arm drag there by Dean Malinko, getting us started off early. Couple of shots to the jaw. Took the arm behind into a back suplex. And just working on the shoulder already is Malinko. And Malinko is good at that. He is good at working on each body part of each opponent he has. Working on the arms, working on the legs, working on the back. It doesn't matter. Dean Malinko is gonna inflict as much pain as possible on any body part he can and just take you out limb from limb. And he's doing that to Chris Benoit right now as he just scratches on the back of Benoit. Benoit with a palm smack there to the face of Malinko, and then he works on the knee. Both competitors have a very high chance of being a champion in WCW. Chris Benoit looking like the man that's going to be the first to get the first crack at Curt Henning for the U.S. champion. And Malinko could possibly gain control of the cruiserweight division as he looks to face dudes like Chris Jericho and, like we saw earlier, Chavo Guerrero, Eddie Guerrero, Juventud Guerrero, Psychosis. It doesn't matter. The cruiserweight division in WCW is so damn impressive. And they can, I've mentioned it multiple times tonight, ladies and gentlemen, they can take absolutely any competitor to the limit. And it's no surprise that Malinko will take Chris Benoit to the limit here. But Chris Benoit is looking to gain control with a lariat into the corner. Will he cover? No, I thought he was going for a cover there. Looking to inflict more punishment on Malinko with a suplex. German suplex by Chris Benoit. His trademark move that we see him do all the damn time. And a knee to the temple. And Chris Benoit with a rare celebration to the crowd. And now he's going to work on the lower base of Dean freaking Malinko. If he can take out the lower limbs of Malinko, that could definitely set up Benoit. But Benoit needs to target the upper body if he's going to finish off Malinko, because Chris Benoit has the crossface there with a diving missile drop kick from the top turnbuckle into an early cover. And Malinko able to power out. Malinko showing resiliency there from that missile drop kick, and now he makes Benoit whiff on that knee to the temple. And what is Malinko looking for? Vertical suplex by Dean Malinko. Malinko needs to work on the lower base of Chris Benoit if he's going to gain an advantage, because he has the Texas Cloverleaf that we've seen him do many, many times. And now he has a knee to the gut, and he's going for the cover. Chris Benoit able to kick out at 2, and that's no surprise. You're going to have to do more punishment than that to take out Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit is by far one of the toughest men here in WCW. Does not go down easy. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited for that Cruiserweight tournament. That is going to be so fun to watch as the Cruiserweights go for battle. And here is Malinko, speaking of Cruiserweights, going for that Texas Cloverleaf. He could make Benoit tap early here. Oh my gosh. No, Benoit able to spin out of it. Kick to the face. And Benoit with a unique reversal there. Able to roll through and get out of that Texas Cloverleaf that can inflict so much punishment on the knees. And a powerbomb by Chris Benoit. And a kick out. Dean Malinko kicking out of that powerbomb. I thought for sure that could have been it, possibly. Suplex by Benoit. And Benoit needs a target. The shoulders, possibly the chest of Dean Malinko if he's able to inflict punishment with that crippler crossface that we see him do all the damn time. And a neck breaker there by Chris Benoit. And this might be where we see the crippler crossface. And it is! The crossface is applied! Crossface applied! In the middle of the ring, Malinko's not even close to the ropes. And the ref gaining the angle there to see if Malinko's gonna tap. Will he tap? No, he rolls through. And both men have hit both their submission holds here. And both have rolled through each submission hold. And a Northern Lights suplex there by Dean Malinko. Kick to the back of Benoit. And this match is getting back to the outside. And what is Malinko looking for here? Oh no, suicide dive by Malinko. And Malinko is in control. Elbow to the sternum, and Malinko looking like the man that's going to come out on top between these two men that know each other so damn well. Malinko is a hell of a competitor, another tough individual. Him and Benoit have traveled the roads together since they were in ECW together, if you will. Dean Malinko and Chris Benoit looking to take it right back to the outside, and Malinko with a reversal there. And what is Chris Benoit setting up here? Double lariats, goes for the kick, leg sweep by Benoit, and Benoit is fired up, and this crowd is behind him. Goes into a pin after that leg sweep. 2. Malinko powers out. Malinko with the resiliency that I have stated so many times. Reverses out of that. And what is Malinko? Is he going back for the Texas Cloverleaf? Is he looking for the Texas Cloverleaf? Setting something up here. Working back on the arm, and the arm wrench there as he pulls through in a variation of the armbar here. Armbar by Dean Malinko lets him out. Malinko has Benoit right where he wants him, and Benoit is not in a good spot. Uh-oh, arms hook, powerbomb! Dean Malinko with a powerbomb. 2, no! Chris Benoit with a amazing kick out. I did not expect Benoit to kick out of that, and Dean Malinko is furious. Benoit reversing that. What is he setting up here? Irish whip into the ropes. Mistimed that move. Double axe handle by Benoit there. Chris Benoit working on that ankle. If you can take out an opponent's ankle, that is a advantage like none other, especially with a man like Dean Malinko. Both men just answering each other's moves here, able to counter out each other's moves. And we see another one there with a knee to the ribs, and I know that hurt like hell. Knee to the ribs by Benoit, and gaining control again. Malinko right back on top, and he sends Benoit to the mat. And here's the ground game by Malinko with a bear hug. Bear hug by Malinko, and he is just toying with Benoit now, reading everything he throws at him. And, excuse me, Benoit reading Malinko, and back to the crossface. Back to the crossface is Benoit. This has to be it, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Benoit with a humongous victory over Dean Malinko. And that will get him even further to being the #1 contender for the U.S. champion. And speaking of U.S. champion, there is Kurt Henning. Benoit is telling him to bring your ass to the ring. And there's the World Heavyweight Champion. And it's Sting, ladies and gentlemen. Sting is here. What a stare down between those two, and Sting and Buff Bagwell set for our main event coming next. Wait. Oh, of course, it's the NWO. Of course, crashing the damn show. Weren't even scheduled to be here and still crashing the damn show on their day off. Not even supposed to be here, and they still make a damn appearance here on Saturday night. I give these guys the day off, and they still show up and crash the damn show. Bischoff is not going to be too pleased with this appearance from the NWO, but nonetheless, they're here, and as always, you got to hear what they got to say. You'll probably hear something along the lines of Hulk Hogan claiming that no one's worthy of facing him, or he deserves a title shot right now, or he deserves to be the champion. He should have been crowned the champion instead of Bret Hart, and Bret Hart is already feeling sketched out of the NWO. The NWO could definitely take over WCW. They have a very good chance of taking over WCW. There can't be some type of alliance formed from the WCW locker room, and these three men are always recruiting in the WCW locker room, recruiting behind closed doors and trying to get men to join the group, and there's just no telling at this point whether if anybody will join or not. But the NWO is a dangerous group, and Hulk Hogan hadn't even competed yet. There's no telling what we'll see tonight. There could be hectic in the main event. Who knows? Wow, and there you go. Hulk Hogan making it official. Monday night, we will see the in-ring debut of Hulk Hogan. But these three men, nonetheless, showing their dominance. And who in the hell is going to stop these three guys? We need some type of alliance. Back in Atlanta, Georgia here for your main event in the studio, and it is Buff Bagwell making his first appearance in WCW. The cocky young kid in his home state of Georgia. Not getting a very good ovation though. I'm very, very surprised, but who in the hell could like this guy? He's cocky, he's arrogant. All he does is just flex in the damn mirror, and damn, the cockiness is just through the damn roof with this guy. But earlier, folks, we did see the NWO crash the show, making another statement as usual, like they did on Nitro at Club La Vila this past Monday, and I'm getting worried about the NWO. I'm starting to get worried that they are going to take over World Championship Wrestling. It is only a matter of time until the NWO does so. But we definitely need some dudes to step up here in WCW. But nonetheless, here is Buff Bagwell looking to take on the mighty Sting in his first appearance in the main event of WCW Saturday Night. Here is Sting, ladies and gentlemen. These folks paid their hard-earned money to see Sting, and they are going to get their wish. Sting always gets a huge ovation. The crowd loves Sting. Homegrown talent here in World Championship Wrestling. Sting making his in-ring debut on Saturday night in the main event. Where is Sting? These folks are awaiting Sting. As we all, and there's Sting. Wait a minute. It's like, it's Sid Vicious. Sid Vicious with the attack. Attacking Sting. Oh my gosh. Sid Vicious. He was a free agent, and now he is making it obvious he is in WCW. Oh my word. And taking his anger out on Sting. These two men used to compete back in the early 90s. Sting and Sid Vicious have a lot of unfinished business, if you will. And it is showing. Sid is going for the throat of Sting. Making it obvious where his intentions are, and a big boot there to Sting. And this crowd cannot believe what they are seeing, and neither can I. And he is looking for a power bomb onto the concrete, and Sid Vicious is in WCW. What does this mean for World Championship Wrestling?